boys and girls. We are going to work on writing a summary this morning. Okay, so we're going to use the same article that we did yesterday when we found the main idea. So we're going to look a little bit more about Madam C.J. Walker. We read this story in yesterday's video, but let me read it to you again while you follow along. Madam C.J. Walker was the first woman to earn over $1 million in America. She was born Sarah Breedlove in Louisiana on December 23, 1867, just a few years after President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, making slavery illegal. Her parents had been born into slavery, and she was the first child in her family to be born a free woman. When she was growing up, her family did not have a lot of money. She had a skin disease on her head that caused her to lose her hair, and she suffered many years of hair loss. Determined to find a way to grow her hair back, she invented hair care products for African American women. She used her husband's name, Charles J. Walker, and went around the country selling her products and showing people how to use them. And soon she made enough money to start a factory and a beauty school. Madam C.J. Walker used a lot of the money she made to help African Americans in her community, donating to organizations and community centers for African Americans. Her beauty products are still sold today. So yesterday we worked on the main idea of that passage, and we came up with, right here, Madam C.J. Walker had a difficult childhood, but managed to become the first female millionaire in the United States by selling her own beauty products. That was what the story was mostly about. Now, we're going to talk about how to take that and change it into a summary, or to add to it to make a summary. So the first thing I want you to remember or to listen to is SAC. S-A-A-C. When we start a summary, we can use a SAC sentence to help us get started. The S stands for state the name of the article. The first A stands for who is the author of the article. Often we don't know that, but I'll show you what to do if we don't. The second A means that we use an action word. And in all of these, when we write summaries, we can pick which action word we would like to use. We can say either tells about, or we can say explains. And then the C is we complete our sentence with the main idea, which we've already done. Okay, so let's use that. And then, by the way, that's just our first sentence. That's our topic sentence of our summary. We still have to be sure that we include the rest of the most important details. All right, so let's talk about how we would do this. So this article, so first we state the name of the article, okay? This article is called Madam C.J. Walker. So I'm going to say the article, Madam C.J. Walker. Now, the second A is the author. We don't know who the author of this is, okay? And it actually isn't from any certain website, or it's not from Wonders. So we don't really know where it's from. Typically, let's say if it were from our Wonders series, we would say from Wonders, or from, if we read it on education.com, from education.com. Okay, so we'll say this is from our Wonders series. So the article, Madam C.J. Walker from Wonders. And then, and by the way, I'm going to tab this because it is a paragraph. And then we're going to do our second A, which is an action word. Okay? I'm going to pick tells about, because I think it does more just telling rather than explaining like how to do something or how something works. It more tells us about her life. Tells about the... Now I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to use my main idea. Okay, so I'm going to complete this sentence with the main idea. So I'm going to say, and I'm actually going to copy and paste this. Article, Madam C.J. Walker from Wonders tells about, I'm going to say, the life of Madam C.J. Walker. Now, I'm not done because it doesn't quite make sense the way I copied and pasted it. So I'm going to fix that. And I'm going to make this the same size as the rest. Okay. The article, Madam C.J. Walker from Wonders, tells about the life of Madam C.J. Walker. And so I need to add who had a difficult childhood. Oops, I have the twice. All right. The article, Madam C.J. Walker from Wonders, tells about the life of Madam C.J. Walker, who had a difficult childhood but managed to become the first female millionaire in the United States by selling her own beauty products. Okay, so I did my SAC sentence. I stated the name of the article. I told the author, in this case, Wonders. I used an action word, in this case, tells about, and then I finished it with the main idea. Now I'm going to include the rest of the most important details from the article. So I'm going to go back up to the article and I'm going to kind of look through and see what I think the most important details are. I think one of them, and we kind of touch on it in the main idea, but I think one of it is something along the lines of she was the first child in her family to be born a free woman, and her family didn't have a lot of money, and she did have a skin disease on her head that caused her to lose her hair. So I'm going to say something about those. So I'm going to say she had a difficult childhood because her parents had been slaves and they didn't have a lot of money. Also, as a child, she had a skin disease which caused her to lose her hair. Okay, so that's two important details about her childhood. Now I'm going to kind of go on and see what she did to become famous. So I'm going to focus on these next two paragraphs. So I'm going to talk about how she invented hair care products and she was able to sell a lot of them and make a lot of money, which she then often donated to other African Americans. All right, so we'll say, despite this, she was able to create her own beauty products and sell enough to be a millionaire. She donated a lot of her money to other African Americans who were in need. Okay, so let me read over what I have. The article, Madam C.J. Walker from Wonders, tells about the life of Madam C.J. Walker, who had a difficult childhood but managed to become the first female millionaire in the United States by selling her own beauty products. She had a difficult childhood because her parents had been slaves and they didn't have a lot of money. Also, as a child, she had a skin disease which caused her to lose her hair. Despite this, she was able to create her own beauty products and sell enough to become a millionaire. I'm going to, instead of saying she, I'm going to change this to Madam Walker donated a lot of her money to other African Americans who were in need. Okay, so you'll notice that I kind of took an important detail, almost like I took one from each paragraph. Okay. That's a good skill to think about when you're writing a summary. And if you're writing a summary of a longer passage, it's often nice to look at headings. Those can help you. Sometimes when I'll come up with the main idea from the whole text, but then when I am coming up with my most important details, I'll look at the names of headings. Or I'll look at the names of chapters, and if it's even a longer book, and that helps me come up with the most important details for my summary. But you'll notice I don't have all the details in here. I didn't talk about how they still sell her beauty products. I didn't talk about how she used her husband's name. I didn't talk about how she was born Sarah Breedlove. So I didn't talk about every single detail. I picked out what I thought were the most important from each section and included them in the summary. Okay? So you can refer to this as often as you need to help you write summaries. Okay, it'll be here. Let me know what questions you have.